What's up everybody and welcome to the Fight Franchise and our preview and prediction of the co-main event of UFC 309 in a rematch where Charles Oliveira defends his spot atop the lightweight division against Michael Chandler, who has been out of the competition for 2 years. This is a rematch of a vacant title bout from UFC 274 where Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler fought for the undisputed lightweight title, where Oliveira got the second round TKO, where he dropped Chandler after a back and forth first round, and then smashed him on the ground with ground and pound, and then won the belt. Off the back of that, Chandler has had some mixed results up and down, while Oliveira off the back of that went on a great run defending his title, then has lost his title to Islam Makhachev and has had mixed results, one beating Beneil Dariush and then losing to Arman Tsarukyan in a title eliminator. Charles Oliveira is above the top of the division. He is undoubtedly in there for the title picture. It's just Islam Makhachev is in the title picture, so Oliveira needs one or two good wins where he can earn a title shot again against Islam Makhachev and get that rematch and try and get that win back, because right now I think the UFC is wanting fresh competition for Islam Makhachev. So we're going to kind of break down the tail of the tape, preview and prediction, how we think this fight is going to go. So let me just get the tail of the tape up for you guys. Looks as such: 34 wins, 10 losses, 1 no contest for Charles Oliveira. And then on the other hand, Michael Chandler is 23 wins, 8 losses. Oliveira is billed as 5'10" and Michael Chandler is billed as 5'8". I don't believe Michael Chandler is 5'8". I think he's a bit shorter. I think he's 5'6", 5'7", and I think Oliveira is actually a bit taller. I think Oliveira is probably 5'11" to 6 foot. 74-inch reach for Charles Oliveira, 71.5-inch reach for Michael Chandler, and leg reach, Charles Oliveira 41-inch leg reach, and Michael Chandler 37.5-inch leg reach. So the first fight where these two fought each other was a very interesting bout, because straight away it was offense from the get-go for Charles Oliveira. You know, he uses that weird guard where he has his that Muay Thai kind of guard where he's got his knee up and he's either using it as a teep or finding leg kicks or finding knees up the middle, because Charles Oliveira has got a great chance to clinch and he can land brutal knees against people. I can't remember who it was against. It may have been Dustin Poirier, but I remember him doing work in the clinch. And Charles Oliveira is very dangerous there, and he's shown this. He's actually got such underrated low leg kick game. Straight away chops Chandler's leg and he drops. If you watch the Tsarukyan fight, straight away chops the low leg. Tsarukyan drops and they're in a tussle on the ground straight away. So Oliveira's got a huge advantage there. You know, if Chandler's base isn't there and he chops the leg and Chandler stumbles, akin to the first fight, you know, Oliveira can look for a guillotine or to get the back straight away and cinch in some hooks while they're dry. So very dangerous for Michael Chandler. He needs to look out for those low leg kicks. The problem is with Chandler's got some good avenues to win. Charles Oliveira is one of the most nasty fighters in the lightweight division to fight, because he's got so many avenues to win. He's got the wrestling, he's got the jiu-jitsu, he's got the striking. He's proved that against Justin Gaethje, dropped Justin Gaethje, he's KO'd Michael Chandler. He's got so many avenues to win, which makes him so dangerous for Michael Chandler. Whereas Michael Chandler, I feel, he has got submission threats, he has got grappling threats, but against different guys in the division who offensively wouldn't be as dangerous on the back foot or off the ground like Charles Oliveira is. So it's very, very kind of difficult fight for Michael Chandler to take. But the rumor is they've promised Chandler, if he wins, you get a title shot, which is the only thing as good as a Conor McGregor fight. So no brainer why he's took the fight. So how do I think this fight is going to play out and how do I think it's going to go? I think it's going to be a bit of a war, because the one thing as well I'll say about UFC 309, it's a dead card. You know, you think about the last few MSG cards, 2023, the MSG card was unreal. The main card, I'm pretty sure, had 5 KOs on it. The year one before that was the main event of Izzy vs Pereira. That was an unreal one. And then before that, what was the 2022 one? Oh, it was Usman versus Colby, that one, I believe. So we've had some great, and Chandler fought on one of them against Gaethje, and he fought Poirier on one of them. So it seems like he's making his fights at MSG happen. It's just his record's 0-2 right now at MSG, and it's probably going to be 0-3. But yeah, it's a dead card, but I can't wait for this fight. But I just think the problem for Chandler is he's going to need a bit of luck. He's going to have to drop Oliveira and not be afraid to go down with him. I think for Michael Chandler, if he gets Oliveira on the ground, he needs to lock up some safe positions. For example, a crucifix. Or if he can, he has to get the back of Oliveira where he's a bit more safe. He can't play in the guard of Oliveira, and he can't play off his back against Oliveira. There's too many options for Oliveira to win. He needs safe positions on the ground against Oliveira when he drops him, because he can't be afraid of not going down with it when Oliveira goes down, because that's where the finish is. I think unless he puts Oliveira's lights out, that's the only way he's winning. And that at 155 is a hard task, because loads of people have smacked Oliveira. He goes down, but he don't go out. So he's got a granite chin on him, it seems, because Gaethje's rocked him twice, Poirier rocked him, Chandler's rocked him. A few fighters have rocked him atop this division. Even Islam Makhachev rocked him. He doesn't go out. He goes, knocks down, and he's there like, okay, come into my guard, and nobody comes to play in his guard. So very difficult to knock out. But I feel like for Chandler, I don't like one of these things he does. Because he's a shorter guy, he loves to do these reaching body shots, which I'm not a fan of against someone like Oliveira, who stands so tall and he's just going to check hook you like he did in the first fight. These reaching body shots are no good for Michael Chandler. I think for Michael Chandler, it should be like controlled chaos. I think Michael Chandler's UFC career has just been chaos. Throw the kitchen sink at whoever I'm at, and then what ends up happening, he gets gassed in the first round, and he doesn't pace himself very well. And by the time the second and third come around, the other fighter can get back in the fight. He's very crazy. Like, I think to the Dustin Poirier fight, in the first round of the Dustin Poirier fight, Michael Chandler was winning the first half of that first round. He rocked Poirier, and he's got Poirier hurt, and he's just winging like crazy, doing crazy stuff. Controlled chaos, that's what he needs. Look at someone like Ilia Topuria, pressures forward, gets someone hurt, but everything Ilia Topuria does is measured. Michael Chandler's just chaos. He needs to be controlled in his chaos. He needs to go, okay, I've got you hurt, let me think of my shot selection and see what offense I've got coming back. Even if, for example, he wrestles but doesn't go with the wrestling, so you just kind of wrestle and dump Oliveira, but don't follow him to the ground, and then while he's getting back up, then go for the shots. Mix it up a little, but not where you're going to be a threat for a guillotine or a threat where Oliveira can scramble and take you down. Like, it has to be kind of safeguarded wrestling. Like, I'm pretty sure Chandler could probably do some ankle picks on Oliveira and just kind of disrupt his base, and then if he's got Oliveira on the ground and he feels like he's going to be safe and go down there, just try and land one or two quick big shots. Oliveira will scramble and then just let him back up. Don't go to the ground with him, because Chandler's going to obviously KO or decision Oliveira. Oliveira can decision, submit, or KO Chandler, it seems. So more avenues to win for Charles Oliveira, which is why I'd probably predict him going into this fight, and he is the favourite. I just think Charles Oliveira is going to submit Michael Chandler, unfortunately. I think Michael Chandler, he has got the chance to win. He's going to need a lot of luck in this fight, I think, to win. I think he's going to need to be early. I think this fight is going to go quite late. I think Michael Chandler is going to be very defensively aware, but I think by the time, because I believe this is a 5-round co-main event, by the time the 4th round and 5th round hit, he's going to be gassed. He has more 5-round experience than Chandler from Bellator, but Oliveira, I just feel like, paces himself enough in the fights, and he's still that submission threat deep into the 4th and 5th round. We've never seen it because he's never gone that many rounds, but guys like him have just they'll find a choke somewhere, and I feel like he'll find a choke at this fight. I think it'll be very similar to the way Oliveira got Dustin Poirier out of there. When he choked him out up against the fence, he just he grappled Poirier and got the back of him and just was kind of leaning on him in the fence and putting his weight on him. And once his weight was on Poirier enough, Poirier's hands just dropped. He got the choke, and then Poirier was like, okay, I can't take this anymore. And I think it'll be the same here. I think it'll be a bit of a war across the 1st, 2nd round, 3rd round, and then towards the end of the 3rd round, Oliveira will slowly break Chandler, and then in the 4th round, as he's broken him, Chandler will go for some big hooks, Oliveira will clinch quickly, spin around, get the back, get him up against the fence, look for the choke, and he'll take out Chandler. I think Chandler will get submitted. And off the back of this, Oliveira will be back in the title picture, and Chandler will probably go, Conor McGregor, I want to fight you again. So that's how I think this fight is going to play out. Let me know your thoughts and predictions down in the comments below. Do you think Michael Chandler has got it in him to cause a bit of an upset and get a title shot against Islam Makhachev? Just to say this, I would love to see Michael Chandler fight for the title against Islam Makhachev. I think it would be a fun fight to watch. Not because I think Chandler's going to have the best chance against Islam Makhachev, but American wrestling, Sambo Dagestani wrestling. I think it'd be a cool matchup, but I just think he loses off the back of this, and he'll probably fight Conor McGregor in May next year. So yeah, Oliveira to win by submission in the 4th round. Let us know your predictions down in the comments below. Do you think Oliveira wins? Do you think Chandler wins? Put your predictions down in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more MMA and fight content coming soon. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you in the next one.